There is a performer right now in the Yankee system over the last 2 years that has just, I don't want to say come out of nowhere. We've also talked about him a little bit, and I've been keeping my eye on this guy for a while now. Again, these last 2 seasons. Tyler Hardman. This name just, he finds a way to keep coming back into this news cycle, right? Somerset Patriots this week, and full disclosure, Yankees had a kind of a tougher week in the system this week. But Tyler Hardman, not one of those problems. Against the Bowie Baysox this week, he hit 3 bombs on Saturday. He hit 5 in the series, including a 2 home run game in that series as well. He leads the Eastern League with 19 and has 11 homers in his last 23 games. You got to remember, this is a guy that is unranked. This is a guy that has just been getting opportunities. He led all Yankees home run leaders last season in the system. Of course, not Judge, minor system. But it's really impressive what he's been able to do. This is a guy that just hits bomb after bomb after bomb. I mean, it's easy. It looks easy the way he swings. And he's this guy that I kind of wanted to bring up again because we got asked a Fan Mail Friday question last week, Stacy. Asked, who's going to start in center field in 2026? And the options were Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez. I said Jones. You said, I don't know. But I think Tyler Hardman is starting to creep his way into a conversation about, hey, this might be a guy. He's still not hitting for average. I mean, that's to be expected maybe about a guy like this who just has this kind of shocking power potential. But it's really impressive what he's been able to do this season. And obviously that he's been able to carry it from last season into this season. But not only that, but by jumping up a level, because he only played 4 games during the playoff run last season with Somerset. So he's pretty much brand new to AA baseball. It took him some adjustment period, but it has really blossomed since the beginning of June. Again, last 23 games, 11 home runs. Look, it's not Shohei's, 16 and 22 or whatever he's at, but he hits them in bunches, and it's really impressive. And it's just, I just love watching this guy play, and I just love talking about this guy. He's really, really intriguing. A guy that was in Somerset earlier this year, now in Scranton Wilkes-Barre, I also wanted to talk about today, Stacy. And look, the Minors Monday segment, we usually talk about the top performers, right? And I want to talk about Will Warren. Look, he was amazing with Somerset this season. Like he was just out of his mind with Somerset. He got the call to AAA. He got called up. He made a nice little start to begin his AAA career. I believe it was against Charlotte on the road. Since then, it's been a little rocky, and he's had some issues. This past Thursday, however, he had a nice little outing that he can kind of build off of, in which is weirdly enough the first Rail Rider shutout victory of the year. 5 innings, no runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts against the Syracuse Mets on the road at NBT Bank Stadium. His last 2 outings, look, it's not like blow your socks off, but looking decent, looking better. 9 innings, an earned run, 4 total runs, 5 walks, and 11 strikeouts. So he's having issues putting away hitters, and he's having issues with 2 strikes. He's having issues with his pacing and stuff like that. And again, I kind of wanted to change up the pace a little bit, Stace, to talk about guys who are not struggling, but trying to figure it out and trying to use this as a reminder to, like, hey, we talk about the top guys, but there's guys that there's ebbs and flows, man. Like, you get called up, there's some guys take to it right away, and a lot of them don't. And I found this soundbite that I felt was pretty important, especially in the context of Will Warren, a guy that I'm very excited about, and I'm excited to see how his career continues to progress. This is coming from something I linked in the episode description. This is something that comes out every week that the Yankees minor league system puts out, just in case you ever want to check it out. But this is Sam Breend, the director of pitching for the Yankees, talking about Will Warren. Take a listen.
Promoted Will, he had been out stuffing hitters in AA. He'd been phenomenal. But probably where some of the misses were, especially getting him into 2-strike counts, he would get his punch outs, he would get the tickets, but it would take him a couple pitches to get there, and he would nibble around trying to find that sweet spot. And we thought he needed the challenge of a little bit more disciplined hitters. You saw in his first couple outings, he had some walks. He walked, I think, 2-3 guys in the first inning yesterday. And then, boom, he actually made the adjustment. He slowed himself down. He executed the pitches, didn't walk anybody the rest of the game, and had a phenomenal outing. Ended up shutting out the Mets last night. So it was really exciting to see. And I think Yankee fans are going to see more of that as he starts to mature here against a little better competition.
So I thought that was really interesting that they called up Warren for that specific reason, right? They're like, we wanted to, obviously, you call guys up when you think they're ready, but specifically, like, we want him to face better hitters and more disciplined hitters, because we're seeing that his stuff is playing well against double hitters, but we want to see him. Let's be real. Once you get to AAA, it's like, this is grown baseball, man. This is grown men playing ball now. I mean, you got fathers, multiple times over got fathers playing now. So I like that attitude, and I like that idea from Sam Breen, and just that he's forthcoming about that. And it's interesting to see. Let's put you in this situation. Can you adjust? Can you make that adjustment? We're going to tell you need to, but can you make that adjustment? It is really impressive to see that Will Warren is making that adjustment. 7 outings now with the Rail Riders, and we'll see if that trend continues, if he continues to be able to put away hitters, but the walks are still an issue. So we'll see if that continues, especially against those more disciplined hitters. And Stacey, one last thing here on this Minors Monday, just while we're on the topic of Scranton Wilkes-Barre, Oswald Peraza did return this week, which is a good sign. We ended up finding out it was an abdominal issue that held him out for 9 days. We knew it was a muscular problem. Ended up finding out it was an abdominal issue, which held him out of play for, again, 9 days, a couple of games. Started out slow. His first 2 games ended up going 0 for 9, but he had a nice little Saturday, went 2 for 5 with a single and a homer, his 12th of the year, brought in a pair, and also scored twice. Remember, his month there in June was pretty slow overall. Then he ended up, I wonder if it has to do with that abdominal issue that probably started building for him. I had to imagine that sidelined him for that time anyway. So it is good to see him swinging a little nicer here on Saturday. Hopefully that is fully subsided as the Yankees continue to see what they can either do with him or get for him. Yeah. So we'll see how that progresses, but it is good to see Oswald back on the field. And by all accounts, feeling healthy. So that's good. Always a thumbs up from me. Hey, thanks so much for checking out Minors Monday. Here on Locked On Yankees, we do this every single Monday where we check out the top performers in the Yankees system throughout this entire season. Of course, if you're new here, we also do regular Yankees coverage Monday through Friday. Every single day, we have Yankees coverage here on Locked On Yankees. So hit subscribe if you like content like this, and you'll always be able to hang out with Stacey and myself.